Good night, everyone. Today is Saturday, September the 10th, around 8 p.m. New York time, and we're gonna go with a weekly technical video today. Guys, we're gonna start with the U.S. dollar index. The U.S. dollar index, as everyone knows, got strong last week. The dollar got a very good week, a week like it hasn't had it in at least 2 months. Now, this is our weekly chart on the US dollar, and as you guys can see, there is 5 ways: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we always been waiting a recovery on the dollar, always, even when we have a bearish bias until last week. We always were expecting that after a new low possible here, the dollar is gonna get strong to minimum around the 95.88 101 area. Now, due to what happened last week and that the dollar got strong, really strong, we wanna give you guys a chance to see the two views. Still, we need more confirmation to know and to define that the dollar move is for real, even though it looks like it's for real. Now, this is on the weekly. What we are expecting, either from this low or from another low, we are expecting a move on the dollar. Now, let's take a look at the dollar in the daily. Right here, we are presenting the bullish buyers. As you guys know, there are a bullish count right here. When you guys can count this as 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and a breakaway. Now, we're presenting this alternative because, as you guys know, we only don't trade based on the US dollar. We see different correlation on the market, and it is very possible. Still, this can be part of a correction and like an ending diagonal way C, and the dollar can trade lower. Again, there is nothing defined yet. I want the dollar to get, right now it's close to 77.20. I want the dollar to close about 77.71, an extension 77, 78, 71, to start feeling more US dollar bullish. Now, again, the dollar can be counted as a bullish count. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and a breakaway in wave 3. That's possible. I'm not denying that. The thing is that the euro dollar is not supporting this, and the euro index is also not supporting this. But you cannot deny what you're seeing, and that's why you can never hold a bias. What I mean is that you got a real dollar move in front of you, and you cannot deny it. Remember, from here it can become A, B, C in 3 ways, A, B, C in 3 ways, and there is no problem. The move can, so in other words, the dollar is not telling too much to the whole equation. You got to look at different pairs to get a better idea of what's going on, and then you got to start trading the pairs in a small time frame before jumping into conclusion that this move is for real or that this move is not for real. The first step is I want to see the dollar testing at the beginning of the week the 77.72 area before start drawing conclusion. This is calling for the leading diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 back, like the dollar did in the last major bottom around here. The dollar did something similar, like a leading diagonal move. Right now, we are around this area. You look on the B way, and I went over I went over this, and the B wave looks very similar. Look, the consolidation here looks very similar to what we have right now. So right now we should be on the C wave right here, and we're expecting 3 back, another trick, another pullback, and then the real move to the outside in the dollar. But look, this looks very similar right here to what we're proposing here. Of course, now the move is bigger. That's why you see biggest consolidation. Okay, that's on the dollar. The 4 hours and the 1 hour, you guys know the counts already. So technically that's the dollar on the weekly, because this is the weekly video. We only concentrate on the weekly charts and daily, and then tomorrow on the seminar we go more deep into the individual pairs or counts. Now the euro dropped this week pretty hard. It closed, as you guys see, below the trend line right here that comes from the lows on June of 2010. And then we believe that there is more chance that the euro had found a top at 141.40 at this stage. The proposed path is WSY will become W, A, B, C, and then a continuous three-way move to the downside with an alternative move or an alternative count that is gonna trade higher in a B way and then a flat. The only reason that we had changed a little bit to the buyers, to the bear side on the euro, is because it brought the trend line. I like corrections, double and triple zigzag, stay within the correct channel. But still, this can be B and going higher. But we're favoring at this stage the move that is gonna take the euro to around 112. Alright? That's about the euro. Then cable, again, it closed below the secondary trend line. So at this stage in cable, we are favoring the C way within the D way that is gonna take cable to around 150.53 before higher and lower. Alright, that's what we favor in cable. Still, it closed below the trend line, so even it's pretty close at this stage, we favor the biggest one right here in cable. Okay, then it comes CAD. I'm showing you here, guys, the only bullish count that I can come out, and I have to admit it. There is things that I don't like it, like this. I'm labeling as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I really don't like it, guys. But at the end of the day, this is how Elliott Wave sometimes is. It's not the matter that I like it or no, it's the matter that there is no another way around. So what we're labeling is A, B, C, A B, and a flat C way to finish this lead, which is C, I believe. Yeah, the label is wrong right here. Is C right here on a triple zigzag within the C, within this B way, and then from there 1, 2, and I want to be clear, there is still a chance on the CAD that is gonna trade lower here, because I'm expecting the dollar to get weak at some moment during the week, and that can be possible. And then, having said this about the CAD, I gotta tell you something, guys, about Aussie. We're presenting here the bearish, the dollar bull, but this can get a little bit more complicated, because right here, and remember, these charts are all daily and weekly. Tomorrow we're gonna get into the before and an hour in the seminar, so I don't get into that much repetition. This can be A, and then we can be lowering in C and going higher again. And then from there lower. That's very possible in an Aussie. The same with the New Zealand. The New Zealand here, as you guys see, is destined. The New Zealand needs to trade below. New Zealand needs to trade below 79.66 to complete a three-way move. Now, we need extension. I never liked the idea that when you got a move like this and you get into the third wave, I want to see a bigger third wave and I see right here already almost 5 waves completed. So keep that in mind, that this can be a big wave that go to around 80 and then get back and more consolidation before testing lower. Same as Aussie, same as CAD, same at all those pairs. Now let's move on pretty fast to the yen pairs. Within the yen pairs, we're going to start with the dollar yen. In the dollar yen, what we believe is that the yen is going to trade higher to around 78.5 before dropping in the final legs of the wave 3. Very clear right here. A, B, C, 1, and then you got 2, and then you got 3 in 3 ways, 4, and then you got A, B, C. So it's like an ending diagonal when every leg have 3 ways. All right. So I see that it's gonna test about this trend line. Then we need to consider that we are already in this leg of the dollar yen. Now the Aussie yen is showing something similar to what happened with the Aussie dollar. Right here we're expecting a drop to around 75.94. It's not happening. It dropped pretty hard on Friday, but guess what? It retraced pretty hard too. So possible the Aussie yen is in the same scenario at the S&P that we're gonna cover soon, right here later. Now the euro yen dropped pretty hard also, and still we believe that the euro yen got more to the downside. Same with the euro dollar. Within this leg, I believe that the euro yen can go as low. It's bouncing from the equal legs, but we need 5 waves. So possible we're gonna get a 4 and a 5 to around 103 before another recovery in the euro yen. So in conclusion, possible more yen strength. Now we got the euro pound. The euro pound, we believe we change account on the dailies and the weekly, and we believe that the euro pound needs to move a little bit lower to around 85 before finishing. Ideally it's gonna go to 83.40 before finish this 8-way and recovering in 3 ways. So that's what we like. We like all for the beginning of the week. We believe that all the euro group pairs is gonna get weak at the beginning of the week, and sometimes during the week the euro group is gonna bounce. So tomorrow in the seminar we're gonna cover a little deeper about the euro index, other stuff. I don't want to get into too much repetition. So what we're expecting for this coming week, we're expecting US dollar strength, and at some point during the week we're expecting the US dollar to get weak again. Same with the euro group, euro index, and then bounce. The yen, the same, yen strength and then bounce for the week. Now let me show you gold. Gold, we have it within a wave 4 right here. From here to here, gold, all it did was a three-way move. Three-way move can be, and it get back. Three-way move can be two things: either a triangle as we label in here, or an ending diagonal. This is a wave 5, very easy to be an ending diagonal. So still we believe that gold is gonna get to either to 2044, 2080. How it's gonna get there, I believe all depends on the structure that it's gonna get here. If it's a triangle, still can be 1963, can be the end. If it's a leading diagonal, most likely it's gonna visit, an ending diagonal is gonna visit 2044, 2080. So we need more data, but we still like go to the outside. And finally, let's take a look at the S&P. S&P is being consolidating like a bear flag, some people call that, within two channels, within a corrected channel. Now, I don't trust this drop too much as a 5, even though there are 5 visible waves right there, but I see it more like there is no divergence. That's all I can say. Any move below these trend lines is gonna represent Aussie lower, CAD higher, New Zealand lower, oil lower, any move in that group. Now, it's bouncing from that lines again. So if this is gonna be WSYS and we're gonna get a higher lead right here, then we're gonna see Aussie higher, CAD lower, New Zealand, all the pairs, they're gonna trade lower against the dollar, and the oil is gonna trade, higher and get higher New Zealand, higher Aussie, higher lower CAD, and higher oil. So the S&P, guys, is very key to what's going to happen at the beginning of the week. I see those pairs separating for the rest of the euro of the dollar group, but at the end of the day, we believe that sooner or later this is going to happen. Either 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, or either 1, 2, 1, 2 with a big decline coming in. Anyway, I believe that 1101 right here is going to be taken at some moment, and then depending on what's going to happen is going to dictate if it's at the next or if the 5-way swings with the 5-way swings. So the RSI on the S&P is going from oversold, and we have it in the middle already. We need the, if the new low comes with a divergency, guess what, guys? This is a 5, and then we're gonna see the recover that goes pretty well with oil, with all the pairs, but Aussie. Aussie is the only one not supporting that, because even New Zealand can allow a move higher, and then Aussie, if that's the case, we need to change the daily to the flat count. All right, guys, let's leave it there. See you guys tomorrow at 3 p.m. Thank you.